Hi, learner.
Hello, Beth Azore. So, just wanted to see what kind of impressions you had, and maybe I'll start out by asking you, what did you think? What were you did you have any expectations when you came? What did you think was going to be happening here?
I thought we were coming to visit a couple of dear friends who we hadn't seen in a long time, and I was blown away, truly, by the caliber of guidance and teacher, like guru-ness, that was present in the yoga sessions, and the absolute skill applied to the body healing arts. I didn't expect it at all, and I feel utterly transformed by my time here. It was so valuable, and I feel like transformed in ways that I think I'll be discovering in my time to come. In the following week, now that we're leaving today, I look forward to sort of like sitting on the buses and planes and noticing sensations that are different than, like, within my body, that were different than previous. I feel just blessed by having this time here. It's been wonderful. Who knew? Who knew Guru Leni? It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. And the place itself, I guess you can't really see, but everything that the teachings articulate is on display everywhere we look. So it just strengthens the practice to be embedded in nature and in the laws of nature, in the yogic laws of nature, and such a pleasure to contribute to the hum of this place and participate in the hum of this place, I guess, like join in the birds and the crickets and the beetles and the flowers in their opening and closing and contracting and releasing. Mm-hmm. So I think that really helped ground the practice with another element that I don't know if you experience so much in an urban environment, in an enclosed environment. It was different for me. It was really, really special.
Yeah, to do yoga outside in nature, and
so I heard you talking about me. I thought I'd come and make an appearance. Photobomb!
A whole other experience, from being in an urban environment and in a room somewhere. Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's rather than taking a concept, and breaking it down intellectually, you get to integrate it physically and cellularly and emotionally, spiritually, just like it's a holistic experience. The palapa itself, because of the structure of the building and the open walls, you're in the arms of nature. You're in the arms of the truths that we're trying to access through the practice. So I really felt that.
And that also, like, through the practice, all of that truth is in your cells. Sometimes just waiting for the right environment or the right moment or the right, stimulation.
Opportunity.
Yeah, just to be recognized or to flow or, yeah.
It's true. It's super, super true. I feel like I've added, from my time here, I've really, I'm consciously taking the lesson or the approach to add to my approach in everything, not just yoga practice, but the yoga practice of living. The goal to find my place harmoniously in the atmosphere around me, and consciously setting that intention, and then being able to practice here with you guys and in this place with this beautiful wildlife really solidified what I hope will be something that I can carry with me for the rest of my life. That's sort of like the real deep understanding that I am a part of nature. That is my place, and my only task, with each breath, is to harmonize, find that balancing place where peace can happen. So,
and that's Sat Nam.
Dude, that's everything.
Yeah.
That's like,
It's true reality.
it's really true reality. And I mean, from the physical stuff that we did, and also just the other practice, say like kirtan and the meditations when we do vocalizing, it's another element and another opportunity to enhance that truth and practice that truth with your actual vocal cords, with your actual, rhythmic. That just strengthens the lesson within your body, and then to be able to have those openings happening, and then simultaneously have you and Evan do body work to free up the channels and let whatever's happening flow. So it really, like, to have you on site and aware and participating in the changes that are happening already, that I found that body work just helped facilitate that process to be a complete transformation, rather than just like filling you up with this stuff but then you don't have any release for it. So from every element, so that, and then that taken into the food and the beverages, being like supporting that process as well, and helping that cleanse happen and helping release the toxins that you're freeing up. And I mean, all together, I just feel like it really gave the body, mind, spirit, and just the heart of me, just the perfect little oasis time to get back to itself. I don't feel that I was converted to you. I feel no pressure. There's no pressure here to be converted to anything other than yourself.
Nice.
So it's an invitation and an opportunity to revisit and show some care and love and affection for that self that I think sometimes we really we set to the side and don't value, because maybe we accept other people's criteria for what should be valued. And I don't know that that's always good for the cells of the body.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we need a fighting chance anyway. And I mean, I'm not living the life of a secluded yogini. That's not my path. But to be able to come here and give myself the chance to keep that burning within me throughout my challenges in the, vicious out in the arena.
To feed that yogini.
Yeah,
she's in
I
there
need to
for
keep
sure,
her. I need to keep her healthy and strong, and the boss of me in when I'm in the other elements. I have to remember that is my boss, and a time like this helps me get strong in that. And so I'm utterly grateful.
Wow.
And what a surprise. I mean, truly, I did not expect that degree of healing.
Well, it sounds like, really our goal as yogis and healers is to really bring that spiritual integration, which is a cellular experience. And it really sounds like you really absorbed that, and it will stay with you, Beth. It's going to carry you. Yeah.
I hope so. I set that in our final. I set that prayer. I included that in my prayers this morning. May this stick. May the healing that happened here stick.
Well, it's rooted in.
Yeah.
So it's not just stuck to you, it's rooted in. So, it's right in there. Don't worry.
And these are exercises. I mean, that's the thing. People get a little intimidated, I think, by the idea of yoga and the idea of, that it's a lifestyle, that it comes with this and that. This is a list of exercises that we were led through by an experienced guide. That's how I interpret it. And so these are things that if you find, help you, you can incorporate those into your life. Like, they're yours for the taking. And you're certainly not greedy about, these are my practices. I mean, they're there to be shared. And these are things I think that people can come here and experience with you, and then find a place for in their own lives if they find that it is of value to them.
Yeah. And I mean, Yogi Bhajan really set the seed of that in making the practices so available. You know, like any of these practices are available online. There's tons of support through the Kundalini Research Institute, KRI. And not that we really lean on that too much, but it definitely stimulates our practice and keeps us thinking and gives us a new meditation once in a while. And it's fun. It's fun to be connected to a greater body.
And teachers need to teachers enjoy and require teaching too, you know, and it's good that you keep yourself sort of linked. You know, I felt very much linked to the greater practice. It didn't feel like I was tucked away in some isolated place with some people doing their own little wacky thing. You know?
That's good.
You know what I mean? It is and it isn't. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
It is to the degree that it's fun mm-hmm. and personalized, but I feel the history of those practices. I think there's weight in those are Vedic, those are ancient practices, and it shows.
Well, and also I'm hearing from you also the truth of the situation that in these practices and within this practice and through the mantra, we each become our own guru, our own teacher, and you know, have access to our own divine wisdom. And I really feel that from what you're saying about your experience with the practices. Yogi Bhajan said he wasn't here to teach students, he was here to teach teachers. So that within the context of Kundalini Yoga, each one of us is absolutely empowered in that sense, which is really unique and really beautiful thing.
So many unexpected things happen because that is the bedrock of this. And things like, for example, for myself, like when we would vocalize, I found rather than trying to always find the harmony that I thought was the note that would make what my ears assumed was a harmony with the other voices, oftentimes I found very strong impulses for my voice to go somewhere completely different, like and what I found when I stopped shutting that down and decided to just allow that to be, I found vibrations opening up chambers in my body that all of us that had been perhaps dormant or blocked, and all of a sudden I'm feeling tingles and I'm feeling places, and so I'm feeling like the voice was guiding me, my own inner guru was guiding my voice to make the level of vibration that needed to heal my broken bits. And so for that, and that was a profound experience for me, for which I can't unlearn. That I've learned that physically, cellularly, intellectually, spiritually, holistically. So you know, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference between singing from the mind and singing from the self.
Right. That was a big thing for me, was the healing, the sound, sound producing vibrations for physical cellular healing and access and opening of chambers that I like there's a part of my head right now that I can feel that I don't know that I have consciously experienced sensations, you know, in or noticed them. Maybe it's the attention hasn't been there, but you know, that's one example of many that was really like, because of this, that is just something special that I experienced here.
Well, we did some very beautiful singing.
We sure
no
did.
Doubt,
It was really wonderful.
I really enjoyed it.
And there was one moment where we were singing so powerfully that I kept getting buzzed by some flying thing. I mean, it was kind of dark, so I'm not sure what it was. It could have been a bat, could have been a beetle, whatever. But like, we were calling them out. We called back out that big scorpion one day with our practice. Yeah. You
then
know, it's like it's
them up and it's
interesting
right
when you participate in nature. Nature responds, and that, I mean, when you see that played out, you can't question it. Your mind no longer gets to play the game of, oh, is it true or isn't it true, or, you know, maybe I should follow this dogma or that philosophy, or, you know, this cool approach, you know, that's trending right now. When you experience something in nature, you know that that is true.
And you start to move from within yourself, which is the most powerful spiritual movement and physical movement that you can have. The one that comes from within you rather than the one that comes from without. You know?
Oh, it's strong. It pulls. Like, there was moments where I was doing things where my conscious mind was going, what? You want to do what? You know, like to my impulses, and they were just saying, yeah, and you're gonna come along, so here we go.
Nice.
And away we went. And the journeys and explorations that I was privy to because of that were a joy to experience.
Wow.
Utter joy.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
It makes me, it just what you just said turns me on to an aspect that maybe I hadn't really thought of before, that with the practices, with the meditations, there's an invitation and an impulse, I think, that flows through that to suspend your disbelief.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Which is really powerful.
It's absolutely true. And the more you practice that in one context, the more you can apply it to other appropriate contexts. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, these are transferable skills, people.
Yeah.
Truly, though, this is living. And I also, you know, another side thing is I notice that when this stuff is happening with you and you're just doing practices there, you know, you don't sit down at your mat saying, I'm gonna heal this ancient wound, or that, you know, you sit down with the intention of keeping up with the teacher and hopefully, you know, not falling asleep during the shavasana, or, you know, snoring too loud or passing wind. Like, you know, these are some of the things that pass through my mind as
and
goals.
Yet each of those things is important and allowed.
And okay, yeah, exactly. Exactly. When passing is encouraged.
Gotta do it. Yeah.
No, it's absolutely true. But without setting these grand goals for myself, I noticed that as a byproduct of the physical cellular healing that happens, it's easy to let go of old things that I think people often go to talk therapy, and, you know, there's value in every therapeutic form, I absolutely believe, but I mean, a lot of the things that I found, I don't need to analyze, I don't need to Oprahify, I mean, bless Oprah, but like, I mean, like, I don't need to discuss or find reasoning for, justify in any way. I can just release it. It's like old. It's just like sour milk. It's like cleaning out your fridge. You know, that's old. It doesn't matter. You don't smell a sour milk and go, you know, well, Isan might think of making something with it, but like
pancakes.
You check that. You know, if it's no longer of use, it goes.
It's neat. It's like snow plowing. You don't have to look at each individual snowflake as you plow the driveway.
Like,
you know, just get it clear, and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, exactly. And that's the beauty of the physical practice, the beauty of the mantra. Mm-hmm. It clears the way, and you don't have to worry about whatever got cleared out. It's not an issue anymore. It's gone. It's over.
You're lighter, and you're ready for the next thing that you choose you want to do.
Right.
And I think ultimately that's the empowerment factor. I mean, that's a huge benefit to spending some time like this. And, you know, obviously this is a lovely place and this has been wonderful, but I also think it's a thing that you have to find. Well, I don't know how to articulate this exactly, but if you're fortunate enough to experience this at some point in your life, then it's important to make it a priority somehow and foster that learning, because it is ultimately at the root of everything else you will ever do. It will touch and taint where you're coming from, what's happening in your core is going to affect and inform every other level of your life. Yeah. So, I mean, if we all can just sort of find our own way, and it doesn't have to look like this, it doesn't have to be at this ashram, it doesn't have to be, you know, in anyone else's style or form, but honor that need in yourself, honor that that God in yourself.
Yes.
Honor that God in yourself to really, to the extent where you can give it the space, the room, and the breath to grow.
Yeah.
And a place like this has tools and helpers to aid that process. So,
Yeah.
I mean, hallelujah.
Yeah. Bless you, Beth.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing so much.
Yeah.
Really, thank you so
Yeah.
much for that. That's beautiful to
and the
hear.
soundtracks too. Evan's musical stylings for the practice are also a really unique and lovely element.
Nice. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear that.
Yeah. Shit, I didn't even get about the food, but you know,
it
it's
all just
real.
comes through.
It's all comes through.
That's a good package.
Thank you, Lainey.
Mwah. Oh, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on.
Bless. Nice.
Satnam.